2013, video games accounts for $21 billion in revenue worldwide. Apple announces that customers have spent $10 billion through the App Store. Majority of it is dominated by video game apps. An annual study by the Entertainment Software Association states that 97% of youth plays video games, which 1 out of 4 gamers are over the age of 50, and 48% of them are girls. So what is causing this phenomenon to happen? Why games have such a huge impact in our lives? To answer this question, we have to look deep inside of us, how game actually affects our lives, how developers design their game to appeal to us, and what does a game mean to you. This topic is too vast to put in one video, so this will be a 3-part series explaining what games are. First off, let's define what a game is. An average person would say that games is a form of entertainment, a way to pass time, a way to escape ourselves from the realities of our lives, jobs, etc. And it's true in one perspective. There are plenty of researchers, most of them you probably never heard of, like Ludwig Wittgenstein, Chris Crawford, Nicole Lazzaro, that has done their own fair bit of research into what a game is. But I think the philosophy professor Bernard Suits at the University of Waterloo coins it best that playing games are the voluntary attempt to overcome unnecessary obstacles. What this basically means is that games are activities that motivate us to complete a task with added challenges, much like sitting for a history exam with math questions. Now I know there is a blur line between many conditions and descriptions about what a game is, but in this episode, I'll be going through the core principles that every game possesses, video games or not. Now, all games share these 4 characteristics as best explained by game designer Jay McGonigal. The goals. The goals gives the players a sense of purpose in the game. These are the outcomes you expect from playing the game. The rules. Limitations that are imposed on the player to achieve the goals. By limiting the most obvious way to win, players are prompted to be more strategic in order to win the game. A feedback or an interactive system. A progress indicator to show the player how close they are to their goals. By giving real-time feedback to the players, the progress made actually motivates the players and reminds them that the goals are achievable. And finally, voluntary participation. A game must be played by gamers who willingly accept the goals, rules, and feedback, because players will feel less engaged with the game if they are forced to play. Auction house. Now, let me use a real life game as an analogy for this example. Let's use soccer or football as the whole world pronounces it. If you don't know what football is, God help you. Alright, back to the topic. The goal of football is simple: to outscore your opponent by getting the ball into the opposition's net as many times as possible. But it isn't so simple, because the rules of the game states that you can only score without using your arms and hands, thus the name leg ball. Furthermore, there are score sheets that displays each team's progress to keep track of their winnings, draws, and losses. This feedback encourages the team to outscore and beat each other. Lastly, all the players in both teams must willingly agree to play within the rules set by the game, because if there wasn't, anyone will try to cheat and beat the system. That means headbutting your opponent, karate chopping the ball into the goal, and camping near the goal post. Now let's try this in a video game example. A good one would be Hearthstone by Blizzard. Why? Because I think it's a freaking good game. Alright, you have the goals, which is to reduce your opponent's life point to 0. The rules: you have only 1 mana crystal added each turn, and you can only play cards equivalent to the crystals you have. A feedback system, which is the life points shown on your character, the animation of winning and losing, and the dreaded burning rope. And of course, no cheat bot allowed.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Now, do you see a pattern here, guys? Wait. What about the rest of the ingredients, like story, characters, and graphics? Aren't they important too in games? Technically, yes and no, because these are just elements to strengthen the 4 characteristics, which is the goals, rules, feedback, and participation. I will explain further into this in my next episode why we love games. With that note, I'll bring this video to a close, and please feel free to sound your opinions in the comments below and tell me what do you guys think is a game. Till then, game on.